Welcome to the Business Administration Podcast. Hello, I'm Dr. Leslie Sukup, and welcome to the Business Administration Podcast. I'm glad you could join us today. With the start of the semester, starting a new job, or encountering challenges, a growth mindset is very important. Mindset is everything. Whether you're talking about academic success, career success, starting your own business, getting through a tough workout, or being a parent. Having the right mindset can make the difference between success and failure. Carol Dweck, a Stanford psychology professor, pioneered research that revealed that underlying beliefs about intelligence can have a dramatic impact on education. Studies by Dweck showed that individuals who believe talents can be learned achieve more than those who believe talents are innate qualities. This led her to coin the phrase growth mindset. The growth mindset is based on the idea that intelligence is malleable, or in other words, can be developed, and that when you change your mindset to a growth perspective, you can achieve more. The idea of pliable intelligence ties in with neural development. Studies on brain plasticity have shown how connections between neurons can change with experience. When you practice something, neural networks develop new connections and strengthen existing ones. So when you practice a new skill or learn something new, you are stimulating neural growth. Through the process of learning, you can actually change the structure of your brain, developing and rewiring it to engage in more positive ways of doing things. This is amazing stuff. On the other side, a fixed mindset is based on the assumption that our intelligence, creativity, and skills are fixed traits that we can't change. As such, when people with a fixed mindset make a mistake, they believe it reflects weaknesses that are impossible to change. People with this mindset prioritize documenting talent as they are concerned with appearing intelligent, instead of working to improve other qualities. This view also dictates that talent is a quality a person is born with and is the main factor in success, meaning effort isn't necessary to succeed. The key difference between a fixed and growth mindset is that people with a growth mindset believe qualities such as intelligence, personality, or character can be cultivated through effort. Through application and experience, anyone can grow and learn. It is easy to see why a growth mindset is beneficial. Still, many of us may experience having a fixed mindset at times, which could be unproductive given that fixed mindsets can influence how we develop skills and learn. People with fixed mindsets worry more about looking smart versus people with growth mindsets worry about actually learning. For example, a person with a fixed mindset may say they're not a math person to avoid practicing math. While they can prevent momentary failure and struggle with this excuse, they are putting off the opportunity to learn, grow, and develop new skills. A person with a growth mindset would be willing to attempt practicing math, even if they struggle and fail during their first try. People with growth mindsets view their failures and setbacks as an opportunity to grow and as a sign that they should continue to develop their skills. So how do you know if you are falling into a fixed mindset? If you find yourself saying things like, I'm a procrastinator, I'm unathletic, or I am not smart enough to do whatever, you may be guilty of having a fixed mindset. Fixed mindsets lead you to avoid experiences where you may struggle or feel like a failure. So why is a growth mindset so important? Well, it's because having a growth mindset can help you overcome obstacles you may face when learning something new or developing a new skill. Growth mindsets understand the importance of persistence and determination. By changing the way you think, you can change the way you learn. Knowing that your talents and intelligence can be developed allows you to explore, experience, and achieve more in life. Now take a moment to reflect. Do you think that you are reaching your full potential? Your answer may or may not surprise you. However, if you are not reaching your full potential, it may be helpful to know that research supports that people with growth mindsets are also more likely to reach or maximize their potential. They tend to learn from their mistakes, embrace challenges, be responsive to criticism, and face challenges head on. While people with fixed mindsets try to avoid challenges, ignore criticism, or avoid making mistakes completely. A question that you may be asking yourself is, how do I develop a growth mindset? Developing a growth mindset is not an easy task, but it is definitely worth the time and effort. Developing a growth mindset is not only a better way to learn, but also a better way to live life. In order to develop a growth mindset, you must change your perspective and cultivate self-acceptance, as approval from others and fear of embarrassment can prevent a growth mindset. While learning something new, view challenges as opportunities to grow, and view errors or mistakes as lessons learned. Try to redefine what failure means to you, and remember, patience is key. One of the best ways to remind yourself to persevere and resist giving up after you have a setback is to use the word yet. For example, you might not know how to speak a different language yet. You might not know how to use a software application yet. You might not know how to lead a team yet. But with the right attitude and determination, you'll be able to do all of these things while learning more about local and global issues and improving your employability at the same time. If you are looking for specific ways to help foster a growth mindset, you might want to try these methods. One method is to embrace failure. We talked about it a little already, but let's go into it in a little bit more detail. Fostering a growth mentality involves viewing failure as a positive rather than a negative. Everyone has setbacks, including myself. The key is to learn from each one and improve your decision making. Wildly successful people typically fail their way to success. For example, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Yet with a growth mindset, he was able to overcome that and become one of the most successful basketball players of his time. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times before getting his major break. Even Oprah Winfrey, who was fired from her news co-anchor position at a Baltimore TV station before going on to build a successful daytime show and her own business and empire afterwards, is wildly successful. In fact, a producer at that TV station reportedly told her that she was unfit for television news. Oprah later said, "I had no idea what I was in for, or that this was going to be the greatest growing period of my adult life." Wow. Another method to embracing a growth mindset is to become a lifelong learner. This one is a favorite of mine. People with a growth mindset actively seek learning opportunities, which result in more career and academic success. Be curious about everything. There's always something new out there to learn. Research shows that while less successful people read mostly for entertainment, those at the top are avid readers of self-improvement books. In fact, 85% of successful people read 2 or more self-improvement or educational books per month. Another study revealed that 30% of executives said having a willingness to keep learning is the characteristic they consider most necessary for an employee to succeed. Seeking out challenges is another method to fostering a growth mindset. Challenges are opportunities that propel you forward towards your goals, and they help you grow. According to C.S. Lewis, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Don't underestimate the power of being able to overcome obstacles. The next method in fostering a growth mindset is to go beyond your limits. You can foster a growth mentality by pushing yourself beyond what you think you can do. In one interesting study, researchers asked participants to cycle as hard as they could for 4,000 meters. Later, participants were given the same instructions, but were able to race against an avatar of their previous ride. What they didn't know was that the avatar was going faster than they did previously. The result was that participants rode alongside their avatar, going significantly further than they did the first time. When you push yourself, you can surpass even your own expectations. Lastly, ask for feedback. People who want to grow personally and professionally tend to ask for and value feedback. I know personally, I love asking for feedback. It is so beneficial and useful, and I value it greatly. This is because growth-oriented individuals are interested in developing and challenging themselves. They aren't afraid to be criticized or judged. Once you understand that you are responsible for your own growth, you will have the confidence to ask for feedback and learn from it. Research shows that your mindset predicts achievement. It's not how good you are, but how you want to be that matters. Thank you for listening to the Business Administration Podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode.